Hey guys, just going to do a quick video here on how I fire up my Xbox to get good audio connections. You can see I'm just going to give you a virtual tour here as to how I'm sat and how I'm using everything. So I know it's a bit messy with the wires, that certainly needs sorting out. But I usually just have my controller sat here. I'm not generally going to do anything with that. And that's just plugged in via a cable to the front of the Xbox One. My gaming PC keyboard, that just goes straight to the back of the Xbox as well, just a USB connection. And then all the Fanatec gear comes through all this cabling, to my pedals and to the gear shifter I've got. And then that goes to the back of the Xbox One just via one USB cable. Everything else connects into the wheelbase itself at the back. So when I fire everything up, I'll press the button on the Xbox One. That in turn lights up the control pad. I'm also wearing USB Turtle Beach headsets. That plugs into the front of the Xbox One. And there's also this little adapter, I'll show you that in a second, that plugs into the bottom of the controller. I'll just put my headset back on. So yeah, that's all fired up. Xbox is on, and I'll fire this up, my wheel. So I fired my wheel up last, and I would select to start the game with the wheel. If you select to start the game with the controller, it won't recognise that the wheel's there. But I'm not going to select the game. I've got a different game in at the moment. It doesn't matter for the process of the video. So I'm just going to show you when I come on. I always go up to my gamer tag at the top here and press select. This is my A button. I've got it set up for driving, so that's my pit stop button. But I'm going to come across here and I'm going to select to start my own party. And as you can see here, I always get this error message. And this is to do with how my mic is plugged in. So all I do here is disconnect this cable at the top. So that's just disconnected. And you'll see it changes on here so that when you see that circle around my name, that's when I'm talking. And it goes off when I stop talking. So now I know I've got a good connection with my microphone on my headset, which is patched through here. And I'll just show you this while we're on with it. This just allows me to either boost the amount of game sound that I've got. I'll just quickly interrupt here, guys. This is the headset that I'm using, and as you can see, it's just £55, and you get the attachment that goes into the Xbox controller itself. It's a brilliant little headset, and I've had it for about 3 years now, and the sound quality is excellent. The mic's never been a problem. Definitely well worth £55. And to get the little adapter with it for this sort of price, I think it's a great bargain. Yeah, to buy this individual piece on its own, this is £36. You can buy it from a different supplier, like a third-party builder. I think it's about £20, but even still, you might as well get the headset for £55. I'll boost the amount of chat that I've got. So if I wanted to just hear people talking and none of the game, I just keep pressing this, and that changes the sound. And then the middle button here mutes everything, and then I can turn the volume up and down, increase the chat volume, I can increase the sound volume. So if I turn it up as loud as I wanted it, and then I just work with the game sound, the chat would get quieter and the game would get stronger, and vice versa. And that just plugs straight into the bottom using a USB connection. And these are just official Microsoft's things. I don't think there is a third party that makes that. But it's just a really easy way to go about. I press the button on the top of the controller now. So that's sound out. I'll just press this button on the Xbox just to sync it. That's just syncing the two at the same time. So then they're joined now. We're on about starting a party. So I look at the party I've got and you can see my mic's working. When I'm not on it, I get this blue ring and that works every time I talk. So I know I've got my mic working perfectly now. But if I continue to use my wheel, my controller will just switch off because it'll recognise that it's not being used for 20 minutes or 10 minutes and it just automatically switches itself off. So to stop this from happening, I'll just put that camera down a second. All I'm going to do is plug it back in, so I've got a wired connection, and then I'm just going to leave it sat down here. But you see the thing changes and then it'll change back, so it'll show that I've not connected my mic, and now once it recognises the controller again, that'll be perfect. And that's it, that's all I do. And then the controller stays active, the sound stays constant, and the keyboard, if I want to use it, is available. And just down here I've got my tablet that I use for Crew Chief and RS Dash. So you can see there, it's just straight in. And I just have these two running in the background all the time. So as soon as I've launched Project Cars 2, I just hit start, they'll do a radio check, press the button, straight back into RS Dash. And I just have one of these that's got a little headset that I've got that's got a microphone attachment to it. And I just use this through my left ear, and then I put my headset over the top of that. So it's just like having a pit crew in your ear all the time, shouting out lap times, what the guy in front lap time he's just set, whether he's going to decide to pit. There's so much information comes through Crew Chief, it really is a great little app. And that's how I keep everything up and running perfectly. I don't know if anyone else has got a satellite connection as well, satellite alongside. You might have a Skybox, we've got a Virgin box. And a good thing to know that in the back of the Virgin box there's also two other USB ports that you could use. They don't tend to get used for anything. And that's that. I'm currently not doing any racing at the minute with this wrist issue that I've got. So hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be back racing. But in the meantime, enjoy racing, guys.